So I'm sitting at home, typing lines on my mobile phone, when I got the address, Poor Hospital, my friend Chris, cardiac arrest. But I'm listening to his friend start crying as he just lay on the hospital bed dying. When I got the message he wouldn't pull through and the realisation there was nothing I could do, and now I'm left hoping above hope that my words got through to you, I still to this day wish this reality just wasn't true. I can't change the things that I said, the things that I did. Being a good kid didn't hide me from the wicked. Being a bad kid meant I was rewarded by unfair justice that went unreported. I've stolen and lied, punched walls while I cried. Couldn't gain back my long-lost pride, couldn't cool the despair that burnt inside, couldn't confront the evils in front of me, couldn't overcome the things that stunted me, couldn't argue the things that blunted me, and I couldn't hide from the beasts that hunted me. So I sought out relief to hide from that beast, to give me some release from the thoughts that weren't appeased. I couldn't bear the thought of being hated, sought consort with crime, got caught stealing in a checkout line, wasn't arrested so got away that time. I continued on this path and just ran amok, too young to understand, too blind to give a fuck, constantly cheeky and riding my luck, and I started selling drugs just to make a quick buck. But I wasn't entirely to blame while stuck in a system that caused my parents to argue because they thought I couldn't listen, caused the main stress that defined their decision but started me on the path that has led to my vision. It meant I went from a life without issues to one that gave my mum constant tissues. We moved house to a different community, separated from how things used to be, mixing with crowds that were new to me, and I was blinded by false truths that abused me. I still went to school, but I barely went. Was too busy drinking, sat smoking on a park bench. But that would change when I was 17 and my mum got a boyfriend while I habitually smoked green. Then we moved house and there was no space for me, no support to the things that were facing me. I thought my stepdad was erasing me from the only place that I'd ever been. Is it any wonder that things got frosty after all the things that in the end he cost me, security, safety, and a family that lost me? I ended up in a teenage hostel, across the road from a Pentecostal, learnt how it was to live at the bottom, learnt how it was to feel forgotten, learnt what it was like to be poor and need more, how can I fix when I grieve more, a 5-finger discount from the liquor store, hurt by the things that I used to adore and I never knew what I was searching for. I understood when my best friend died at 19. We were best buddies and always glued to a screen. But live fast, die young, that was my dream, and I was the one who did drugs and smoked green. But life is unfair, and I've learned that now, having lived without a care or a moral vow. I'm constantly reworking and turning corners. Too many of my friends now have mental disorders. Guess I'll be lucky if I make it to my 40s, but I doubt it, because I partied on my way through the noughties. I was trying to run from a world that I couldn't escape. Is it any wonder when it's murder, war, paedophilia and rape? Constant news of a world gone rotten, blaming the poor when they're the most downtrodden, while plutocrats hide behind walls hoping we've forgotten? But you forget. I grew up in the internet age. I taught myself how to step outside of this societal cage. I process information because I just can't disengage, swap books and comments for a Wikipedia page. We're controlled by fear while stuck in a paradigm. Beware the next time you might survive a bombing, but you won't be fine, because there are just too many agendas that won't align. I'm sorry, but I need you to tell me a different line. I've joined protests because I'm just too depressed at the media that has more interest in Kanye West or numbing our minds over a two-coloured dress. I find more safety in solitude, smothering truths that I can't prove, constantly returning thoughts when I can't move, and I only choose life because I won't lose. I walk home like a surfer with no masterage, waiting for the next massacre or economic disaster. I'm stuck at half-mast with prayers I can't answer. Do I want an intervention? Or just a bit of retrospection? Do I define you by who you voted for in the next general election? Why does a charity need a collection? Aren't our taxes supposed to give us protection and prevention from the monsters that come for our pension? So I'm listening to pipe dreams in a pub. Too young to die, but I'm not too young to love. Although I don't have love for laws or authority or this greed-based system that's drenched in misogyny, and because I'm white the police rarely bothers me. Maybe this is why it just weighs down on top of me. I'm lucky to be white. Part of a race that's never suffered or had to fight. Never shunned based on prejudice or false truths that are spouted by a journalist or blinded by a media's division. I base you on your morals and not your religion. Is this future too hard to envision, or do I just have to ask for society's permission? I'm reminded about the lines that I can't change, and the people that I can't face, the wars that I can't wage, so I put pen to paper like I'm stuck in the dark age, or there's too many humans that I can't save, too many roads that people walk that I can't pave. I won't judge you on whether you own property or when you're at school and stuck in class 2B. I don't want to use you like you use me, but I'll stand and be counted if I feel you're abusing me because I choose to protect my liberty while you're deluding me from the things that you think that I can't see. I'm saving so I'm prepared, but I'm hating on money because it's not shared. I hated taking drugs because I was scared, and I hated doing things because I was dead. This all happened till I was aware, and I still bear the scars that I can't share. Still talk about the people when I don't care, and I'm forced to conform when it's not fair. I stand tall while I'm shouting, I'm cursing words that are rehearsed 'cause I'm spouting. I'm too young to understand this world that I'm doubting, and I'm too old to find hopes in the thoughts that I'm pronouncing. I was asking for help in all the wrong places, believing the words that I read in newspaper pages, but I don't want myself to be wandering around aimless. I pray I'm still grounded and keep my ideals when I'm famous, keeps my word and not swayed by my wages, or do stupid thing that ignore all the dangers, like putting on a front 'cause I'm hiding where the pain is, suffering from losing 'cause I want to be painless. I just want to be pain-free. I learn facts on how to cure disparity, but I'm asking friends whether I'm acting on another fallacy, but I'm too proud to accept that this is my reality. And I'm too stubborn to close my mind, too headstrong to stop and rewind, too used to searching for the reasons why, and I find it too easy to step away with my pride. I have strong convictions that just need their target, but I can't skip to the end just because I demand it. I just keep shooting aimlessly, but it's stepping stones to what I aim to be, creating steps that are respected famously, creating a space to live dangerously, but rejecting the powers that aren't saving me, but I'm stoic to rhetoric that's depraving me, hating on a government that's blaming me, and I can't remove the marks that are staining me. But am I fooling myself that I'm clued in? Or am I just colluding with the friends that I'm choosing? We've seen too much abuse in one room that's not moving, too much room for abuse when we're cruising, a stuttering start to a life too confusing. How many circles do I just have to move in before I prove to myself that this world is improving? I know where my doubts stem from, but I don't know if they're dead wrong. All I know is that this isn't my final furlong and I will live on. So I walk each step on a beaten track. I've learned there is no going back. I can't stop just because I fear an attack, and I know there'll be hurdles, but we'll pass over the cracks. Because I'm striving for the end game, but realise the beginning has to start with my fame. I'll tell this story again and again, that all we need is to lose this disdain for races and places and things we can't change. I want the government to fear my name when they see it sprayed on walls in the skies and on trains, because I'll start a movement that can't be chained, that pushes on forward and can't be restrained, stops the youth from being disengaged, so they're marching down streets that the people paved, in harmony with another, because they all want to be saved from a world that just has to change.